Greetings and welcome to MIT. Today, we send special greetings to our MicroMasters learners from around the world. My name is Christopher Capizzola. I'm a faculty member here at MIT and our Senior Associate Dean for Open Learning. And it is my pleasure to host you today in this celebration of the completion of your MicroMasters credentials. Congratulations. Today, we honor 1,276 learners. 641 of you have earned MicroMasters credentials in supply chain management, 230 in data economics and design of policy, 57 in principles of manufacturing, 285 in statistics and data science, and 63 in finance. Here at MIT, we now have more than 1.8 million learners from almost every country in the world who have enrolled in our MicroMasters courses, and a total of 9,696 people have earned their MicroMasters credential. That now includes you. Congratulations again to today's MicroMasters credential holders, 1,276 of you. We're thrilled to have you join the credential holding community, and welcome. Now, if you're not yet aware, MIT MicroMasters credential holders can claim affiliate membership of the MIT Alumni Association, and you will also be eligible for affiliate membership benefits. So please look for the invitation from the MIT Alumni Office in your email and join us. So now we'll turn to our celebration. Today, you'll be hearing from leaders and learners from all 5 MicroMasters programs. And at the end, at the conclusion of our ceremony, we will be honoring all 1,276 of you by showing each of your names on the screen. All right, let's begin. Our first speakers are Dr. Chris Kaplis and Dr. Eva Ponce from MIT's Center for Transportation and Logistics. They lead our MicroMasters in Supply Chain Management. Chris, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Chris. I apologize for everyone. I don't have my regalia because I'm off site today. I'm just glad that I'm able to be here. Congratulations to everyone. You're going to hear that over and over again because we all know how much dedication, time, and effort went in for you to earn your MicroMasters credential. It's truly a remarkable achievement. And many of you did this at night, on the weekends, or whenever you could squeeze in the time. So we really appreciate that. And I want to especially thank your families for their sacrifice because you were doing this and instead of their family time. So today we're thrilled to celebrate this milestone with all of you, especially the 641 new credential holders for the Supply Chain Management Program. You've joined a global community of learners and leaders, and we could not be prouder of you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who really leads the entire MicroMasters for Supply Chain Management, Dr. Eva Ponce.
Thank you, Chris. As you can see, I'm wearing my regalia just to celebrate today with you this huge milestone. Hi, everyone, and congratulations. Congratulations to all credential holders. My name is Eva Ponce, and I am the Director of Online Education at MIT, the Center for Transportation and Logistics. I have been teaching for more than 25 years, and during the last 9 years, I have been leading this massive global and online MicroMasters program in supply chain management. This allows me to connect with this special group of online learners. You have shown dedication, perseverance, grit, and determination. And I want to take a moment to celebrate your big achievement because online education requires another level of dedication. I know that. I have observed you during this last month. This is truly another level of dedication. Let me share with you the presentation we have prepared just to celebrate this huge milestone. The first thing we want to celebrate is the huge community of MicroMaster credential holders in supply chain management. We have 5,735 credential holders in supply chain management. Today, we are celebrating 641 new credential holders. And you have shown a lot of dedication and effort just to be here. Most of you have watched a bunch of videos, more than 900 videos, spend a lot of hours per course. Each of the courses require more than 100 hours of effort, a total of 720 hours just to complete the entire MicroMaster program. So we want to congratulate you, but also your families, because their support also help you to achieve this huge milestone. And also the credential is equivalent to one full semester of coursework at MIT. So that's why you put a lot of effort on that. So again, new credential holders, 641 credential holders in supply chain management from 67 countries. We have about 46% of you that perform above 80% on the comprehensive and final exam. This exam is tough, we know, and you did a very good job performing well on that comprehensive proctor exam at the end of the program. We have also 24% of our new credential holders are female. I'm glad to see this number raising up. I would love to see more females completing this program, but yes, definitely congratulations to everyone about that. As I mentioned, it's a global community of credential holders. We have new credential holders from many different countries. I would say that all continents, almost all continents, are represented here. As you can see, many new credential holders from the United States, from Australia, from China, from Latin America, from Africa, and of course, from Europe, and 8 new credential holders from Spain. I need to mention that, you know, it's in my heart, the Spaniards. So 8 new credential holders from Spain. In terms of the industries represented here, most of our new credential holders are in supply chain management, but some of them are working on operations, logistics, finance, information technology, and also in academia. We have also many different companies represented. Some of our new credential holders work in big companies like Coca-Cola, tech companies like SAP or Ericsson, manufacturing companies like SLB. Congrats. I know we have new credential holders from SLB today joining us, and some are from consulting companies like Accenture and Deloitte. So congratulations to everyone. In terms of the job titles, again, a huge variety of different job titles represented in these new credential holders, from logistic managers, supply chain planners, directors, and also CEOs. So we have a huge variety of different titles represented. We also asked our new credential holders in our last survey, once they complete the entire program, about the impact of this credential holder, and some of you got a raise, a bonus, or a promotion. Congrats on that. I cannot end this presentation without acknowledging that running a program like this one, a massive program, online and open enrollment program, it takes a village. So 64 MIT staff, teaching assistant, and instructors has been working with us from the last 9 years just to make this program possible. If we take into consideration our group of community teaching assistants, those learners that volunteer to help us to manage the forums and help our learners, then we are talking about 400 people just to run almost 100 course run during the last 9 years. But I especially need to thank my team. I need to say thank you to the MicroMasters in Supply Chain Management team for their dedication, their passion, and commitment to make this program possible. I also want to extend a thank you to Open Learning, to Shira Fruchman, to Brittany Lowe, to David Chotin, and to Dana Doyle, because they are also supporting and has been supporting us since day number 1. So thank you for that. And finally, welcome to this MicroMaster community of learners. We are really proud of you. We are very proud of your achievement, very proud of your dedication and effort. Stay tuned, because sometimes we have some events, and these events are only for our MicroMaster credential holders. You are now part of this elite group of credential holders. So we would love to see you, welcome you here on campus Sunday if you have the chance to join us. And with that, I want to end the presentation saying once more, congratulations on behalf of my team. This should be the beginning of a new adventure. You are lifelong learners, so keep it up and keep in touch with us and celebrate your big achievement. And now let me introduce two of our new credential holders. Our first representative is Caroline Barbosa. Caroline lives in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and works for the company iFood as a data scientist. Caroline has been an active member of our MicroMaster community through dedicated involvement as a community teaching assistant in some of our courses. Caroline, the floor is yours.
Hi, thanks, Eva. Hello, everybody. I'm Caroline. As Eva mentioned, I work as a data scientist at a food delivery based in Brazil, and it's an honor to be here today with you. I joined this program of supply chain management, MicroMasters, with the goal of expanding my knowledge in the supply chain and analytics, which I used to work a lot back then. And I thought I was just signing up for some lectures, but I ended up gaining so much more than that. Not only did I learn from world-class instructors, but I also had like hands-on projects that I worked really hard during the nights or the lunch times. And I also have the chance to connect with people from all over the world who were on the same journey as I was. One of the highlights of my experience was serving as a CTA, which was also humbling and deeply rewarding for me, because you have to be really creative to help others understand something that you know and explain in different ways so that they can gain the same knowledge as I did, and also I kind of learned along the way. This program opened up some doors for me. I ended up changing jobs during this program, and that really kind of helped me a lot to gain some like confidence on technical discussions and how to deal with some of the bigger problems on logistics, which is the field that I work today. To everyone graduating today or the past terms in some of the MicroMasters, congratulations. Your dedication brought us all today here, and I hope that with this knowledge that we gain, we can build some extraordinary things in the future. So thanks, everyone, and back to Eva.
Thank you, Caroline. Thanks for sharing your journey and experience with us. Very inspiring. Okay, and now we are going to hear from Tianshu Wang. Tianshu lives in Toronto, in Canada, and is currently working as an SAP Associate Consultant for Western Nature Consulting. Tianshu has also been an active member of the community as a committed teaching assistant for supply chain analytics. Tianshu, thanks for joining us. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Eva. Actually, it's such a pleasure and honestly a bit surreal to be here reflecting on this journey with all of you. So if I had to choose one word to describe what the MicroMaster program gave me, it would be perspective. Not just new tools or frameworks, but a new way of seeing supply chains. So when many of us started in this field, we focus on execution, like tools, systems, dashboard, how to get things done faster, cheaper, and more efficiently. But this program challenged that. It pushed us to ask why we are doing this, who does it affect, and what does the long-term value really look like. It helped me see supply chain not as isolated steps, but as living systems shaped by trade-offs, peoples, and decisions. So once that shift happened, you start seeing the world differently, even in unexpected places. Like at Costco, my wife and I were in line for rotisserie chicken, and I suddenly found myself recalling the example Chris used to illustrate expected unit short from my C1X. So I started wondering, how does Costco plan for this crazy demand, and how much safety stock do they need to avoid stock out while keeping costs low? So that's when I realized this wasn't just about knowledge. It had changed how I think. And that shift didn't just stay with me. So after a few modules learning, I started like a small supply chain concept series at work, just like informal lunch session, but soon more people joined. So a colleague who used to focus only on tools started asking deeper questions, like how can we show customer the value our system bring across the entire supply chain? Or how do we design solutions that truly enable end-to-end visibility, not just the digital version of their old silos? So that's when I knew the mindset shift was spreading. And that to me is where the real transformation began. So thank you to Chris, Eva, and all other professors, the team behind this program, and all of my fellow learners. So let's keep asking better questions and building the future together. Back to you, Eva.
Thank you, Tianshu. Thanks for sharing your experience, and thanks for thinking on supply chain, the back end of the supply chain when you go to Costco and many other stores. Thank you for that. Okay, with that, congratulations again, and back to you, Chris Capozzola.
All right. Thanks to everyone in the Supply Chain Management MicroMasters program, and congratulations to our newest MicroMasters credential holders. And a special thanks to Caroline and Tianshu for sharing their stories. Next, it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Sarah Ellison and Tan Nguyen from the MIT Economics Department, and JPAL, the Jameel Poverty Action Lab. They are leaders of the MicroMasters in Data, Economics, and Design of Policy. Over to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Chris. I'm really happy to be here today. Some of you may know that long before I became director of the DEDP program, even before I collaborated on the MOOC that is part of the program, I was an industrial organization economist who studied the effect that the internet was having on traditional markets. And broadly speaking, I found that the internet had vast potential for increasing social welfare, and that's basically economist speak for making the world better. But I also found that it had potential for decreasing social welfare. We are all well aware of examples in our own personal lives of how the internet has sometimes not lived up to its positive potential and has actually made markets work less well or people worse off. When I joined my colleagues, Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo, and Ben Olken to work on DEDP, I experienced up close a powerful example, though, of the positive effects that internet technologies can deliver. And all of you are the proof. You went online and you sought out these challenging courses covering important topics. You've worked hard, deciphering complicated equations, working on P-sets late into the night, rewatching videos until something finally clicks, creating community online. And in doing so, you have equipped yourself with a toolkit to, in turn, help improve the world for others. Even given my years of research, I'd be hard-pressed to think of a better use for the internet. So here we are online today to celebrate these extraordinary accomplishments of you, our learners, who have earned their MicroMasters credentials. You have diverse backgrounds, varying interests. You come from dozens of countries and range widely in age. But you have more in common than what differentiates you. Your remarkable ability, your hard work and persistence, and your passion for making the world a better place. We are proud of you, but we are also inspired by you. It is the fondest hope of the founders of the DEDP program, one that I share as well, that you will all be part of a worldwide movement of evidence-based policymaking to improve government policy in people's lives everywhere. So that is my charge to you. Use the knowledge and tools you've acquired through the DEDP MicroMasters to enrich your life and further your career for sure, but also use them to make the world a better place for others. Finally, speaking on behalf of Tan Nguyen, Bryn Fieldhouse, and all of our extraordinary faculty and staff of the DEDP MicroMasters, Let me close by offering you our warmest congratulations and best of luck in your future endeavors. I will now turn it over to Davis Henneford, the education manager of our program, for a few remarks. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It's always tough to speak after you. You do such a great job. Honestly, hello everyone. First of all, just congratulations. Everyone here, as Sarah said, has worked so hard. Your dedication and perseverance is inspiring, and it's really my pleasure to be here today. It's just wonderful to see all of the amazing learners who have come so far and introduce two incredible learners from our program in particular. But before I get to that, I have a few words to say about the DEDP MicroMasters program. Our mission is simple. Empower cohorts of diverse, exceptional individuals with the technical skills to tackle poverty using evidence-based approaches. And you truly embody that, all of you. Our success is your success. So here's a little bit of information about all of you. We launched our program in 2017. And today you are over 365,000 strong. You come from all around the world with representation from almost every country. I don't want to belabor the point too much, but this is truly a wide-reaching cohort. You can see a bit more about our demographics here. One thing I'd particularly like to highlight is the fact that there is an almost even split between those of you who work in government, NGOs, nonprofit organizations, and for-profit organizations, which I think is really special. And now, to celebrate you, I'm so happy to announce that 230 new program credentials were awarded this year. Congrats to all of you once again. And as a quick final message, I really do hope you consider applying for our master's program. Honestly, nothing would make me happier than seeing you in Cambridge. Of course, there are plenty of other opportunities for credential holders as well, including our many pathways. And on that note, just thanks again once more. It's truly a privilege to work with you, and congratulations, truly. And now I have two learners, credential holders now to introduce to you. I'm going to start with Abdulaziz. Abdulaziz grew up in Niger, where he witnessed the adverse effects of poverty firsthand. At a young age, he developed a passion for tackling inequality. As a researcher and economic analyst, he studied topics such as youth socioeconomic outcomes and the effect of childcare on female labor force participation. He will be joining the DEDP Master's Program next year, and he hopes to use the skills he learned from the program to address poverty in sub-Saharan Africa and create a more equitable world through evidence-based research. Abdulaziz, please take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abdulaziz, and I'm from Niger. I recently completed my undergraduate degree in economics at Altinbaş University in Turkey, and I'm honored to have been admitted to the Masters in Data Economics and Design of Policy at MIT. Earlier this year, I completed the DEDP MicroMasters program. When I first discovered the program, I saw something that felt both exciting and out of reach. I was still adjusting to life in a new country and studying in a new language, all during COVID-19. And I was unsure of my academic abilities. However, with a fresh perspective, I took a chance, and that decision changed the course of my journey. The program challenged me to grow beyond what I thought I was capable of. It sharpened my thinking, deepened my understanding of data and policy making, and most importantly, showed me that learning is most powerful when it serves people and communities. To all my fellow credential earners, congratulations. You all took on a demanding journey, often while balancing life's challenges. We also come from different countries and walks of life, but we are united by our shared commitment to growth and learning. As we move forward, let's carry what we have learned, not just as knowledge, but as a tool to make a real difference wherever we are. Congratulations again to each of you, and best wishes as you continue writing your own stories. Thank you. Now back to Davis.
Thank you so much, Abdulaziz. That was a wonderful and certainly tough to follow. But I have to say, I'm equally happy to introduce Tejaswi Menda. She truly is a veteran learner, but also as someone I really wanted to highlight as a dynamic leader whose career spans public service, media innovation, and social impact. Tejaswi is not only a first-generation student, but also the first woman engineer from her village. Her career has spanned broadly. In addition to engineering, she worked for a long time at the Indian Information Service, where her goal was to bridge gaps in opportunity through the power of information, completing research on topics like the efficacy of communication strategies of community health workers. I'm going to do a little bit more bragging here on you, Tejaswi, if you don't mind, because I just saw that recently you were promoted to Joint Director of DD News in India, which, if I'm not mistaken, brings in over 600 million viewers. Beyond her professional achievements, which are many, Tejaswi is a passionate advocate for education and community welfare, founding a small NGO which supports orphanages and underserved students. So on that note, Tejaswi, take it away.
Thank you, Davis, for the kind introduction. Hello, everyone. Namaste. I'm Tejaswi. As Davis mentioned, I'm a civil servant working with Government of India. Prior to this, I worked as a software engineer for a couple of years. So in my current role, I have had the privilege of working on various interesting and challenging assignments. And I used to feel as if, something is lacking. I wanted my work to be more impactful and effective, but I quite didn't know what I was looking for. And that's when I came across the DEDP MicroMasters. And my first course was the challenges of global poverty. It was my introduction to development economics and research, and I just fell in love with the field. Like the possibility that the world's most important and often what seemed like small but important questions could be answered with the help of rigorous and objective research has been truly empowering. I began to look at my day-to-day work issues and challenges as mini potential RCT experience in my head. I designed those many RCTs in my head, and it helped me zero in on more better effective solutions. And I'm quite sure the learnings I got from the MicroMasters would help me as I continue to take up more challenging assignments as a policymaker and an administrator. I also got the opportunity to join the residential masters at the MIT campus for the DEDP, but due to some personal reasons, I couldn't accept the offer of admission. Still, I continue this journey to be truly life-changing. As Davis mentioned, for someone who grew up in rural India and is a first-generation graduate, the DEDP MicroMasters truly expanded the vision of what's possible. So here I thank MIT and the DEDP team for making this happen. The possibility, the ability to learn from world's best professors sitting in my bedroom, it was incredible. So thank you, MIT. And to all the fellow MicroMaster credential earners today, congratulations, you deserve to be celebrated. As a working mom, I know how difficult it is to complete such a rigorous course from an institute like MIT, the two virtually. I remember squeezing in some lectures during my commute or revising for exams while putting my kids to sleep. So I know how hard you all worked. So cheers to that, and all the best to everyone on your continued journey. So here's to perseverance and to continuous learning. Thank you for this opportunity, MIT.
Thank you so much, Tejaswi. Honestly, doing all of that also while being a mother, truly inspiring. Fantastic. I'm very happy to pass it along now. Thank you all DEDP credential holders.
All right. Thank you. And congratulations to this latest cohort of MicroMasters credential holders in data economics and the design of policy. And thanks to Davis Henneford and Professor Ellison, and to Abdul and Tejasvi. It's now my privilege to introduce Professor David Hart, who, along with Dr. Aditi Joshi of the MIT Mechanical Engineering Department, are the leaders of our MicroMasters in the Principles of Manufacturing. Professor Hart.
Thank you, Chris. And it's a pleasure to get to address this class of the Principles of Manufacturing MicroMasters. So let me add my congratulations to you again for completion of this very rigorous program. I want to remind you that this is identical to the campus program that we have for a full semester. And I can tell you as well that the students on campus always find that semester very challenging. They also find it very rewarding in the end. And we believe the principles that you've learned will not only enable you to become a leader in your field in this exciting and vital area of manufacturing, but also enable you to teach your colleagues how to do so as well. So we hope you'll be a leader and a teacher based on this, because you're getting the real basics of it. We look forward to hearing about your accomplishments in the future, and hope some of you will consider coming to MIT, applying for our program in advanced manufacturing and design, whose regalia I am wearing today. And with that, I'll turn it over to Professor Joshi, who will tell you more about our program.
Thank you, Dave. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Aditi Joshi, and I'm the program lead for the Principles of Manufacturing. So firstly, I'm sure you know what's coming. Congratulations to all the credential holders and their loved ones, and a special shout out to our cohort of the Principles of Manufacturing. This is my 5th year at the celebration, and like every year, I really look forward to the incredible stories that all the learners share here. We really admire the hard work, the dedication that all of you put into completing this program, and all the sacrifices that also go into this. A lot of credential holders of our program, which is Principles of Manufacturing, are working professionals, which means you are studying in the evenings after a workday or at nights, on the weekends, taking leaves just to be able to complete a proctored exam. And a lot of you also take the exams at very odd hours, just so you can get some quiet time in the house. And also you don't get flagged for the background noise that is generally there otherwise. So we understand that a lot of preparation and planning goes into completing this program. So after that, I'm sure today is a very special day for all of you and your families. And we are very excited to be a part of it and celebrate your achievements. So congratulations again to all of you. I'm quickly going to share some demographics of our learners. So the Principles of Manufacturing program has over 300,000 total enrollments, out of which 7,400 are unique verified enrollments. The program now has a total of 353 credential holders from over 50 countries across the globe. Our cohort of credential holders is mostly in the age group of 25 to 35, and a lot of you are working professionals with a bachelor's or a master's degree. So some of you continue your studies while doing masters at MIT or some other institutions, and some of you take up some new jobs, new roles, and new responsibilities. So we do want to give our best wishes to all of you for a very bright future that's ahead of you. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the course faculties who have built these wonderful courses, the MITx team for their constant support and assistance, and our last-minute panic emails, the old and the current course teams, which you might be familiar with, and our wonderful community TAs who voluntarily help out their fellow learners to complete and do well in the courses. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all your efforts. So today we have 2 of our credential representatives who will be sharing their experiences with us. Let's first hear from Levin. Over to you, Levin.
Thank you, Professor Joshi. Hello, everyone. It's a great honor to join you all today to celebrate the completion of MIT MicroMasters, especially Principle of Manufacturing. I've been working in manufacturing and supply chain for 17 years, leading digital transformation projects where automation, IoT, and AI are becoming increasingly common. But as I progressed through this program, I was reminded that before applying advanced technology, we must first master the fundamental principles that govern manufacturing systems. For example, in the manufacturing process control course with Professor David Hart, I was inspired by how statistic process control helps critically evaluate assumptions, like how to estimate mean and standard deviation from limited or even noisy data. This approach not only applies to manufacturing, but also influences how I monitor data-driven systems in my work. For example, using cumulative sums to detect shift early in machine learning model performance and avoid feature drift. In the supply chain for manufacturing course with Professor Stephen Graves, I gained a comprehensive view of inventory management, from basic news vendor models to network-wide optimization under uncertainty. This helped me better understand how inventory decisions impact entire supply chain while meeting service levels. In practice, I believe it's easy to collect large amount of data through MIT and simulation, and to apply ready-made models. But what this program taught me is that the true success comes from understanding how system behaves, how variation propagates, how flow is maintained, and how every decision impacts the broader operation. I'm deeply grateful to MIT, the professor, the course team for this enriching experience. Congratulations to all of us. I believe this knowledge will serve us well for many years to come. Thank you so much. Back to you, Professor Joshi.
Thank you, Levin. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. Our next credential holder is Akshaya. Over to you, Akshaya.
Thank you, Aditi. Hi, everyone. I am Akshaya. I started Principles of Manufacturing program right when I began my first job as a manufacturing engineer in India's first private aircraft final assembly line. At the time, I was curious to understand how a product makes its journey from paper to the production line. How do global supply chains work? How do systems come together efficiently? And what is operational excellence? This program answered those questions and many I didn't even know I had. It wasn't always easy balancing a full-time work with coursework. It meant late nights and early mornings and sometimes doubts about whether I could do it. But like many of you, I kept going, and that brought me here with the belief that learning can open doors that we don't even see yet. In fact, I started this journey in one country and completed it from another. That shift wasn't just geographical, it reflected how much I had grown both personally and professionally. To the professors and support staff, thank you very much. To my fellow learners from all around the world, sharing this virtual space with you reminded me that curiosity is universal and growth doesn't stop with a certificate, it starts with it. As we all move forward into new roles, new industries, or even new countries, congratulations to all of us. Over to you, Chris.
All right. Thank you to everyone in our cohort from the Principles of Manufacturing MicroMasters credential. Thanks to Aditi and Dave Hart, to Li Wen and Akshaya. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Karine Chu from MIT's Institute for Data, Systems, and Society. Karine is a leader in our MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science. Karine.
Thank you, Chris. Congratulations, everyone, on achieving the MicroMasters program credential in Statistics and Data Science to all 285 of you. Just as everyone before me have said, we acknowledge the tremendous commitment, determination, and focus that you have demonstrated in these significant accomplishments, regardless of where you are, what environment you're under, and what other commitments you have. So in this age of AI, we always ask, do we still need our foundational data science skills? So I want to highlight that what you have learned is still completely, if not more, useful in this age of AI. First, when AI model predicts outcome, we know that they do so based on probabilities rather than certainties. So understanding how to interpret these probabilities is crucial to making informed decisions. And with this nuanced understanding that you now possess, you will be careful in interpreting AI outputs, leading to reliable decisions and appropriate confidence in the results. And as our MicroMasters faculty director, Professor David Ratt, asked, why do we still teach basic mathematics when we have tools that can do it for us? And the answer is clear, because foundational skills are still essential. Children around the world continue to learn math in school because these foundational concepts are vital, even in a world dominated by really advanced technology. So while generative AI automates specific tasks, effectively using these powerful tools require the deep understanding of where and how to apply it. You are now armed with these foundational skills necessary for analyzing, evaluating, implementing, and performing research on complex data science models and methods. We expect that you will use these skills and knowledge to make progress in your field of interest and for the good of your society. So now let me present some stats and recount what you have done in this MicroMasters. Let me share my screen. I bring with me the greetings from all the faculty in this program and our faculty director, Dheeraj Shah, along with all of the course team members. We are all very proud of your accomplishments. The MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science come out of IDSS, the Institute for Data, Systems, and Society, and our mission is to advance complex societal challenges by advancing education and research that is at the intersection of statistics, data science, information, and decision systems. And hence, the MicroMasters is a very important part of this mission. We have other programs in our institute, including this PhD in social engineering systems, which is a pathway for this MicroMasters program. The MicroMasters program, as you already all know, covers 4 pillars of data science, everything that our faculty think is necessary for a practitioner in this day and age. And with your credential right now, we look forward to hearing stories about advancement in your career. Of course, applying your skills everywhere that you can see fit. And also, if you pursue an academic degree afterwards, there are more than 30 universities that are pathways for this program. And also, as I mentioned, the MIT IDSS PhD program in social and engineering systems. So congratulations on having this credential, and hope that this will help you be a vital, hold a vital role in society. To recount, I think you all know that you have completed the 4 courses that are equivalent to graduate level courses in statistics and data science at MIT on campus. You have done more than 10 to 15 hours of work per week, and 200 hours per course. These include 80 full professor lectures and working on more than 1,000 challenging problems. These include, from really maybe simple concept checks all the way to full machine learning tasks and projects. So, and at the end, you also completed the proctored exam, which includes 8 hours of exams. So congratulations on this huge accomplishment. And now here are some statistics of our credential holders. Our program is now 6 years old, and you are part of our more than 1,800 credential holders. There's 195 countries represented. Our program has around 80% male and 17% female. We would like more female to join our program. This is our age distribution. It's a big range between, mainly between 25 to 54 here, reflecting that you are working professionals generally. A lot of you hold a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and some of you are also holds a doctoral degree. And we have also 6% of high school students joining us. And the industries, the top 10 industries are plotted here. A lot of you are in the information and technology space, computer software, banking, financial services, telecommunication, management, consulting, higher education, etc. This is our map of credential holders in total right now. In North America, there's around 500, South America, 400, it's sort of roughly spread out around the whole world. And here is also a map of the, all our pathway school, which is also spread around the globe. I will not say more. I will want to look forward to hearing from you about how you're going to use your knowledge and use this credential in your career, in your research, in your own projects. And we'll hear from one of the learners who have done volunteer work as well using his data science skills. And last but not least, I want to thank our IDSS team and open learning staff, Susanna, Jeremy, Erica from IDSS, and Dana, David, Shelly, Lana, Peter, Lou, Tim. I mean, all of these people are vital to the well-being and the smooth running of our program. So we really want to thank you for making our program a success. And finally, our community TAs, you are making everyone's experience online much better for us course team and for other learners. So we really thank you for your dedication and time to involve in the course, talking to other people. And I hope that, these communications and networks that you've built throughout the course will continue beyond the program. So finally, congratulations once more. I would like to introduce now Jeff as our next speaker, who I'm going to introduce to you right away. So Jeff is a statistician with a strong background in data analytics, statistical modeling, data science, and economic research. Deeply passionate about research, innovation, and the application of data science to public policy, Jeff has also led several volunteer initiatives in technology and education. He actively contributes to programming and AI communities and is committed to leveraging data to solve complex challenges, particularly those affecting emerging economies. Take it away, Jeff.
Hello, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here today, celebrating this incredible milestone with so many brilliant minds from around the world. When I began the MIT MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science, I was driven by a deep desire to use data, not just for numbers, but for impact. Coming from Haiti, I've seen firsthand how communities often face major challenges, not because they lack intelligence or willpower, because they lack access to resources, to opportunities, and to the language of technology. This program changed that for me. It gave me not only the technical foundation in data science, statistics, and machine learning, but also the confidence to apply it meaningfully. I've used what I learned to build dashboards for COVID-19 analysis, develop financial analytics platform, and design a text-to-speech system in Asian Creole, making technology more accessible to underserved communities. The MicroMasters didn't just teach me how to model data or build algorithms. It empowered me to turn complex, unstructured information into actionable insight and social impact. But the journey wasn't easy. Like many of you, I balanced this program with work, projects, and life. There were late nights, setbacks, and doubts. Yet we keep showing up because what we are building here is bigger than us. It's a community of problem solvers, change makers, and people who care deeply about using data to drive progress. So today, I'm not just part of the certificate, I'm part of the persistence, the resilience, and the purpose behind it. And I'm incredibly grateful to the MIT X team for creating a program that truly opens doors, regardless of where you live or what your background is. I also want to thank all our professors and TCAs. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. Let's keep using what we learned to lift up others, transform systems, and write stories that truly inspire. Thank you. And now I'll hand it back to you, Dr. Khan.
Thank you, Jeff. Next, we will have Moumita Ghosh. She is raised in a tranquil coastal state of India. She's a PhD student specializing in predictive modeling, reinforcement learning, and optimization. She pairs her love for algorithms with a poetic soul, crafting poems and haikus when she's not coding. So both Jeff and Moumita completed the general track of this MicroMasters program. So Moumita, all yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Karen, for such a warm welcome to me. Hello everyone, I'm Moumita Ghosh. I'm a PhD student. I'm currently pursuing my PhD focusing on reinforcement learning, optimization, and predictive modeling. And recently, I have completed MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science from MIT. Though I have a background in engineering with both a bachelor's and master's in the field, but my growing inspiration in the machine learning and data science led me to seek a new direction. So what inspired that transition was witnessing the remarkable impact of machine learning and data science in various fields, especially in healthcare. So as I was looking for a career transition, I wanted my first step correct. And also, I firmly believe that to excel in any field, it is very essential to have a solid foundation in that field first. So this MicroMasters program not only offered us a rigorous and very practical approach to handle the problems in data science, but also significantly advanced my research. And it helped me develop my portfolio with some solid projects. So all these experiences have laid the groundwork for my dream of entering into the data science industry as my full-time career. And most importantly, I had the privilege of learning from the best people in the world. And for that, I am and will always be sincerely grateful to MIT. And finally, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all the learners at MIT. So here is to our continued growth and success. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to Moumita and Jeff, and congratulations to the latest cohort in Statistics and Data Science, MicroMasters. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Igor Matveyev from MIT Sloan. Igor is one of the leaders of our MicroMasters program in finance. Take it away.
Thank you, Chris. Let me start by congratulating all MicroMasters credential holders, and especially the graduates of the Finance MicroMasters. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement. I'm Igor Matveyev, Executive Director of the MicroMasters program in Finance. I have been part of this journey since 2019 and have had the privilege of leading the program since 2020. This year marks 5 years since the launch of the program. It has been an incredible journey. To share more about what we have built, I have prepared a few slides. The idea behind the program was bold but simple: to open MIT finance to the world. We set out to offer the same level of academic excellence that defines MIT Sloan and to make it accessible to everyone, everywhere. We're incredibly proud of what we have built. More than 130,000 learners have engaged with the content of our courses, dedicating nearly 500,000 hours to study. This is the equivalent of 57 years of continuous collective learning. Earning the MicroMasters credential in finance is no small feat. To complete the program, learners must take the full set of core courses from MIT Sloan's top-ranked Master of Finance curriculum, along with one advanced elective. Together, these courses include more than 90 hours of instruction. Each module demands 10 to 14 hours of work. With more than 50 modules in total, this commitment ends up to equivalent of 3 months of full-time study. And it is not just about watching lectures and doing homework. To earn the credential, learners must pass the same rigorous exams we give to our students on campus. That level of academic challenge means only a select few make it to the finish line. Today, we proudly recognize 273 exceptional individuals who have mastered all the content, passed all the exams, and learned their place as credential holders. We're incredibly proud of them. Our credential holders come from 62 countries around the world, with the United States, India, and the United Kingdom accounting for about 1/3 of the total. The map on this slide gives you a sense of how broad our geographic reach is. This is truly a global community of learners. Our community of credential holders is as diverse in professional background as it is in geography. They work at central banks, such as the Central Bank of Peru, the Bank of Thailand, and the National Bank of Georgia. Others serve in market regulatory agencies, including the Securities and Exchange Commission of Brazil and Japan's Financial Services Agency. You will also find them at hedge funds, proprietary trading firms, and asset managers like Fidelity, Millennium Management, Two Sigma, as well as global banks and consulting firms such as Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs, and BCG. And this is just a glimpse of many organizations where our graduates are making an impact. Now, before I wrap up, I want to acknowledge the many people who have made this program possible: our faculty, staff, open learning colleagues, teaching assistants, and the learners who served as community teaching assistants. This has truly been a collective effort, and I am deeply grateful to everyone who contributed. Now I'm pleased to welcome our finance learner representatives, Minnie Pham and Mauricio Hernandez. We will first hear from Minnie, followed by Mauricio. Minnie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Igor. Good morning, everyone. My name is Minnie, and it's very honored to speak on behalf of finance cohort at this MIT MicroMasters celebration. You know, as quantitative analyst, I joined the MIT MicroMaster in finance with the background in technology and strong passion to deepen my expertise. This program not only enriched my understanding of financial theory, but also inspired me impact on the quantitative finance journey. I'm thrilled to share with you all that I also passed the level 1 of CFA program in February, just a few months after completing the MIT MicroMaster. One of the most valuable outcomes from this course is that now I can apply the knowledge of financial modeling in derivative markets directly to my work at Tuấn Lộc Commodities, a commodity trading company in Vietnam. And first, I would like to say thank you to the MIT professor. They are truly inspiring teachers. They made many top concepts accessible and more than just the financial knowledge. They inspire me to become a lifelong learner. And I also want to express my gratitude to my boss, Mr. Kevin. He is the one who introduced me this program. He encouraged me, supported me every step of the way. A special thanks to my amazing learning partner, Mr. Yung. I cannot remember how many cups of coffee or how many late night study sessions we spent to motivate each other to keep moving forward and complete this course. And finally, we did it. And you are truly a dear friend of mine. And to the MIT team, thank you for creating such a wonderful program. And finally, to all of you, congratulations. Yeah, you did it. And hope you will the best on your career ahead. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Minnie.
Yeah.
Next, I'd like to invite Mao Hernandez to share his remarks. Mao?
Thank you, Professor Igor. Hello, everyone. So first of all, as one of the speakers for the finance cohort, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to the humans behind the scenes that really made these online courses successful, like many of us. So thank you for the TAs for engaging with our endless questions. Thank you for the staff answering some of our frenetic emails, especially during the exams. Of course, thank you to the professors for classing the content. So on behalf of the MicroMasters Finance cohort, I just want to say thank you. If we all came to MIT MicroMasters because of the brand name and quality we would expect, we actually stayed because of the people that made it happen. And as Professor Igor said, my name is Mauro Hernandez. I was born and raised in São Paulo in Brazil, but actually I've been living in Tokyo in Japan for the past 15 years. After my master's in pure mathematics, I came to Japan to do my PhD in computer science. I finished my studies 10 years or so ago and went to work in the finance industry here in Japan. The MicroMasters in finance really was just a really good excuse for me to go back to study. And I just want to share one of the skills I think I'm going to take for life that I learned in the course. And it's essentially, I really feel like I learned how to identify and evaluate options. What I mean, real life options, right? I know that sounds silly, but to be honest, a common option that I need to choose in this stage in my career is which company I'm going to help next. I use these skills from the course every time I've been negotiating a contract, talking with companies. So the questions I learned in the course, I actually can apply on my life, right? So what is the volatility of this new company? What is the beta of the company? What should be the expected rate of return for this risk investment, right? Emotional time investment that I need to do. As we all learn in the course, volatility has a price, and I may or may not be willing to pay. So my fellow MicroMasters in Finance certificate earners, congratulations to you and your family for this achievement. So ever make your way to Japan, sake is on me. But you better tell me amazing stories from your achievements that I know you're going to bring with you. Thank you. Professor Igor, the floor is yours back.
Yes, Mao, thank you so much. And I'll turn it back over to Chris.
All right, so thanks. Congratulations to the latest cohort of MicroMasters credential holders in finance. Thanks to Minnie and to Mao, and we will all take you up on your offer of sake in Tokyo, I'm sure, someday. We look forward to that. We're coming to the close of our ceremony this morning, this afternoon, this evening. And I wanted to thank all of you who are joining us and watching remotely online. Because I realize that many of you who are watching are staying up late to watch, getting up early to watch, interfering with your day, missing time with your family to watch and support our credential holders learners. And that's exactly what our MicroMasters learners have done. You are people who are willing to stay up late, to get up early, to make many sacrifices, to pursue this credential and to achieve it, which you have done. Together, you have put in the time that makes online learning meaningful. You have connected with your instructors. You have connected with your fellow learners. So thank you. Not only congratulations, but thank you for making this learning experience real, not only for yourself, but for others. You are fundamentally, in the end, a community. And now, as you have built this community, you depart in many different directions, as we've heard today, all around the world. And I hope you will continue to stay in touch with each other, with the entire MicroMasters community, and with all of us here on campus at MIT. Many of our credential holders have started already pursuing master's degrees at MIT or at one of our 220 pathway programs, which are found at 58 universities in 32 countries. Now, if the pathway program to MIT or another partner school is something you're interested in learning more about, please visit our MicroMasters website to explore the many options. And with that, congratulations again to everyone from me and for all of us here at MIT. We will close today's ceremony by honoring each of you individually by sharing all of the names of this year's 1,267 MicroMasters credential recipients on the screen. Congratulations again from all of us here at MIT. Thank you.